discuss about the type 2 conditional sentence. Now here you can see the type 2. First we will discuss what is the proper definition of type 2 conditional sentence. As you know, there are three types of conditional sentences: conditional type 1, conditional type 2 and conditional type 3. Here we are going to discuss about the conditional type 2 sentences. So the explanation of it describes an unreal or hypothetical situation in the present or future. Hypothetical means फर्जी, अनरियल मीन गैर हकीकी, यानी कोई गैर हकीकी और फर्जी सूरत हाल को जब हमने एक्सप्लेन करना होता है, then we have to use the second conditional sentence. It often expresses a dream, wish or imaginary scenario. यानी हम sometimes जब हमने अपने किसी ख्वाब को, wish को या किसी ख्यालाती situation को explain करना होता है, then हम ये second conditional use करते हैं. It uses the past simple tense and the if clause and would plus base verb in the main clause. Okay, and that is the past simple, and if clause will be in base word plus would. In all if clauses we have to use would plus base verb. Now the structure of second conditional sentence is, first we have to use if, then past simple, and then that is the would plus base verb. Okay, the example, then it will be easy if you understand the examples properly of second conditional sentence. If I had a car, I would drive to college. यानी अगर मेरे पास कार होती तो मैं कॉलेज को ड्राइव करके चला जाता. If she studied more, she would pass the exams. यानी अगर वो मेहनत उसने की होती तो एग्जाम्स में पास हो जाती. The more examples here. If it rained, we would stay indoors. Now you can see if clause is in past simple and the main clause is in would. In all main clause will be in would, should, would, might. Okay, main clause में जब would, should, could, might होगा तब आप लोगों ने तब ये सेकंड कंडीशनल सेंटेंस होगा और उसकी if clause जो होगी उसमें past simple या past perfect होगा. Okay. Now next example is, if I were rich, I would travel the world. Note, were is used for all subjects in formal English. Okay. Now what is the usage of second conditional sentence? Here you can see the usage. यानी हम इसको कैसे इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. Use the second conditional when talking about imaginary or unlikely situation. Unlikely means जो गैर हकीकी हो और imaginary ख्यालाती हो. जब भी हमने इस तरह की सूरत को explain करना हो, then we have to use the second conditional sentence, and if clause will be in past simple and main clause will be in would, should, could, might. Okay, clear students? If anything you couldn't understand, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, and if you are new on my channel, please subscribe it, Learn English with Saleha. And if you like my video, please like, share and comment. And the more example is here. If I were you, I would talk to the teacher, and if we lived in Paris, we would speak French every day. Now the more example is here. Sure, here's detailed explanation of second conditional sentence with more examples to help you understand better. Alright students, so second conditional overview. Now we have the overview of it. First, the sentence structure. If clause will be in if past simple. Main clause will be in would plus base verb. And the example is if clause if I had time. And main clause I would read more books. This is the sentence structure of second conditional sentence. More examples are here. Hypothetical about the present. Hypothetical, as I already told you, Urdu meaning is फर्जी सूरत हाल, यानी just आप suppose कर लेना, फर्ज कर लेना. The examples are here. If I were taller, I would play basketball. If she knew the answer, she would tell us. If we had more money, we would buy a bigger house. Okay, now we have to discuss imaginary situation. So when you find any imaginary situation, you have to use the second conditional like this. If aliens visited Earth, we would welcome them. If I could fly, I would travel the whole world. If you lived near me, we would hang out every day. Now the more suggestions is here where we have to use second conditional sentence is giving advice or polite suggestions, especially with if I were you. Okay. So examples are here. If I were you, I would talk to the teacher. यानी मैं अगर आपकी जगह होती तो मैं टीचर से बात करती. If I were him, I wouldn't ignore the warning. यानी अगर मैं आपकी जगह होती तो मैं warning को ignore ना करती. Unreal future situation. If I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion. Mansion mean a luxury house, a big house. If they went to the moon, they would become famous. Again, we are using if clause is in past simple and main clause is in would. There is only use of would, but if you find would, should, could, might in the main clause, then it is called the second conditional sentence. Alright, students? Next important note about was and were is in formal English we use were for all subjects in the second conditional. Okay. Now more examples are here. If I were a superhero, I would save the world. Negative sentences, we can also use the second conditional sentence in negative sentences like this. If I didn't have a test tomorrow, I would go to the party. Okay, and if I weren't so tired, he would join us. Now, all these examples about the second conditional sentence, the main recognition of second conditional sentence is if clause will be in past simple, main clause will be in would, should, could, might. जब भी आप सेंटेंस में पास्ट सिंपल और वुड शुड कुड माइट का कॉम्बिनेशन देखो तो ये रिकग्निशन होगी सेकंड कंडीशनल सेंटेंस की. आई होप स्टूडेंट्स आप सबको समझ लग गई होगी कि व्हाट इज द सेकंड कंडीशनल सेंटेंस, what is the recognition of this sentence, and how can we use it properly in our sentences. Okay, and if you like this video, please like, share and comment, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Learn English with Salia to be attached for more informative video and the class 9 and class first year lesson. Okay, so take care and Allah Hafiz students.